What did you say?
Fuck those abs, man. Fuck him. This man can't be happy the way he's living. I mean, you can look in the mirror and be like, yeah, I got these abs, but am I really happy? He can't be. He can't be. Just saying. Shoot. Like a year older than me. Fuck him.
He's 40.
Oh, 3
That's
years
even
older.
worse.
Yeah. Damn it. He's 40, but he looks like, and I'm talking about Finn Balor, he looks like he's probably in his, lower 30s? Maybe 20?
He looks like he could be 29.
Yeah. Fuck him in those abs.
So I've chosen this thumbnail particularly for everything that's involved. Something for everyone in this photo. You got AJ Styles throwing up. You've got the two sweets for those people that love the Bullet Club.
Mm-hmm.
You've got AJ Styles, people that love daddies.
What?
You got Finn Balor, your abs. You got your abs, and then you go over to the right. You got your Bianca Belair, your thick woman, athletic. You've got normal blonde white woman. And then you got a bit of J-porn in the middle.
I don't even know how Asuka's J-porn. She's the most covered up thing in this clip.
I feel like I should have blurred her out a little bit to make it more like J-porn.
Wow. So this is how we start the Monday Night Raw review.
Yeah, we got him Raw.
Oh no, we would just take out our logo and just leave it Raw. This would be probably a thumbnail for a porno. Like, oh shit, these guys and those three girls? What a show. What a show.
But then I did consider this because of the hatred. The just hate on the left, on the right. Look at that. That's how I feel. That's how I feel in life every day, Marcus. When I see people enjoying themselves on the left, that's my face.
I could just see them at like a park or a gathering, and then look at them coming in all happy and drunk and shit. We're here with our husbands and pissed off. Fucking horse.
Yeah, definitely something Manny would say as well.
That's what it seems like. That is so much hate. I would have just went with that. The hate is so real. I feel it. The energy.
I feel it.
That is big hate energy.
That is Mean Girl, but like to a new level.
Yeah, they actually may do something. They may actually do something.
They ain't gonna do a slam book. They're gonna slam me.
It looks like Becky Lynch got an idea of doing something evil, and the other girls are like, "I'm down with it, but I don't know if I'm ready to go to jail for this tonight."
Oh, all right. We'll be back right after this.
I'm Shotzi Blackheart, the ballsy badass, and you are watching the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. Remember to like the video and subscribe.
Hey! Oh! Check out the Marcus and Manny show.
I hate you both right now. You guys are ridiculous.
Man.
Yes, boy. Welcome, everyone, to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I am, of course, Lord Manny Hayes, and he is...
I guess, yes, boy. Marcus the Grand Vanilla. And Manny, can I ask you to bring up that image one more time of the hating girls? Okay, on the right, it really looks like an age toxic attraction. I'm going to tell you this right now. Like Gigi, JC, and I guess Mandy's going through a golf phase. But that literally looks like an old version of toxic attraction. Even though I think it's like probably a 5-year age gap.
Wait, who are you calling JJ?
Huh?
Who are you calling JJ?
Sonya is clearly JJ.
I don't know.
It's clearly, if this is old toxic attraction, that's JJ. On the right, on the left, on the whatever she's at.
So Rhea is Mandy.
Yeah, and very beat up, tired Mandy, I guess. A very different Mandy that we got before. Like she's just over all her looks, just like I'm going golf with my golf face.
But on the left, it looks like a women's soap ad where they're trying to include everyone.
So this looks like a tampon commercial on the left. Viagra, Cialis. Happy day, man. Can stand up and enjoy the day. I say, decide to drink orange juice at whatever time of the day and fight people. I want a real Cialis commercial where violence and anger and fights and arguments happening. Why don't you just take the pill? I don't want to take the pill. Okay. I don't love you anymore. That's why I don't get it up.
So how are you doing today, Marcus?
I am fantastic. Thinking of a real Viagra commercial would be hilarious. Just people arguing instead of the happiness that they're going through, apparently. But no.
Just take the pill.
Just take the pill. You don't turn me on anymore. Even if I took 3 of these, my dick would not get hard for you. You're an anti-Viagra. That's what you are. You're an anti-Viagra. I want you to
Or as we learned on Saturday,
I would.
You're not anti-Viagra. You make mine retract. Make it retract.
Retractable penis. I believe you get that sound effect at all times. Oh, that's so loud. What's everybody got to know my penis is retracting?
I watched a video yesterday, and it wasn't the one I sent you about singing. It was this guy talking about Android, iPhone and Android users, and he said if I send you a message and I go and it goes, dude, you better sure when you text me back it will go, dude. Like, why is this funny? Why is this funny?
It's little things like that.
Why is this funny?
I don't know. I feel like our society as a whole are just mixed up on drugs somehow and just laughing at random things just to get through our sorrow.
All right. Let's get into the show. Raw kicked off with the bloodline, where Roman basically asks, what is it, North Carolina to acknowledge him.
Yep.
And then the Usos are sneak attacked by RK Bro.
It was a nice sneak attack.
And then they bring out Drew McIntyre.
Roman was like, shit, this is why I don't come to work Monday. This is why I don't come to work Monday. Even though it's going to happen on Friday, this is why I don't come to work on Mondays. What the hell? The security is lacking.
And then Drew and Roman have a standoff and then a brawl, leading to everyone getting involved.
Yeah, but Manny, I'm really disappointed with Roman, the acknowledgement of Roman. If you are in North Carolina, which I think they were, I honestly can't remember where they were at. I think they should.
It was in Greensboro.
I don't care. All I know is that PD Pablo yelled North Carolina, and I want everybody to take the shirt off and spin it like a helicopter to acknowledge the tribal chief. That's what I wanted. North Carolina. It's the greatest North Carolina song of all time.
Speaking of someone we may need to acknowledge, it's the Big Ross Man.
Big Ross Man.
Soon to be
everything.
Soon to be wearing a Rasta hat.
Why?
Because that's what you wanted.
What? Wait. Whoa. When did I want this and why?
You wanted the Big Ross Man to be wearing Finn Balor headdress when we ever do another two-page show.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, two-page suicida. You're right. Whenever that happens. That's right.
So this is the last we see Roman all night on the Usos.
Manny, if you were treated like this when you showed up on Monday on an extra day at work, I would have left too. Get out of here. Let's get out of here, man. This is ridiculous.
And that was the last we saw Drew. We didn't even see Drew in anything else after this either.
Or the Usos.
Yeah.
There was no reason to see any of these people because they decided to turn their match into AEW Dynamite Presents 6-man tag.
It basically became Rampage. This match became Rampage. This is Rampage, baby.
They literally turned a WWE pay-per-view into AEW Rampage as soon as they announced the 6-man tag and no longer a unification match. Because I was digging the unification match. I was for it. I wanted to see this at WrestleMania. And then we had a chance to get it. Then all of a sudden they throw Drew McIntyre and Roman in it to make it a 6-man. I don't want to see this shit. I can't get jiggy with this shit.
As John said, get in, get out, collect a check. I mean, that's how I work. I don't get paid by the hour.
I feel like John works in Roman's t-shirt. Doing his next shirt. Get in, get out, collect.
I would love a shirt like that. But Ross said the only way Eric will show up on the Raw is Retro show is if Ross dresses up like a Rasta. Because Eric has chosen bigotry and will not appear on Raw is Retro.
He's like, no, I cannot. Unless I cannot work with the Caucasian people. Or those people, as he say. He's racist.
I was surprised when I was told Ross was a white man. I was very surprised. I mean, he's so tall you can't tell what race he is.
Yeah, I couldn't
so high.
see that high. He looks so high, and I wanted to shout something at him, but I didn't know that. Well, you're tall. You're tall. You stupid tall man. I can't do anything.
And then we get into our first match of the night, which is the Street Profits and Ezekiel versus Alpha Academy and Kevin Owens. This match, I liked it, but like, I hate 6-man tag matches to begin with.
I don't have a problem with 6-man tag matches if they're not every single. If I don't get like 2 in a week, I feel like I get too many now.
You got 3 in one. You got 2 in one night,
and we haven't even got the Dynamite. And I know it's another like 2 probably on there.
There's probably a 10-man tag or something coming up.
Let's try to eliminate some of these multi-man or people matches because there's just too many of them. We just go every night. Seems like I'm watching the Survivor Series. It's just too much. It's too much.
And then you don't even get the Survivor Series you want when you get it.
Yeah, I know. Like the main event tonight with Becky and Rhea and Sonya, it seems like you add 2 more, you should get a good Survivor Series match out of that. But we won't get that. No. Yeah. We're gonna get variety of 6-man and 6 women tag matches. And this match, there was no problem with it. And I even was watching it and said, I think Dawkins is getting better. I still would pay him money. These would be my exact notes if I took money. Dawkins is getting better, but I will not pay Dawkins.
Well, this is how I play WWE GM mode on WWE 2K22.
What, tag matches?
I see Dawkins, and I'll be like, I'll get him in free agency. I don't need to draft him.
True, it's true. It'd be like watching because we just had the NFL draft. If the NFL draft was happening, and he say, I would literally be one of those scouts going, this guy, good size. You know what? He's lost a lot of weight, showing a lot of commitment to the business. He's a good counter. He could be a good partner to somebody. I can get him in free agency. Oh, God.
Marcus,
what dead guy did you steal that hat from?
April is the only time you can be happy to be a Jets fan, as we clearly won the draft, and then we can't do anything else after that.
Man, if you were to put that hat on, you would look like the last 10 Jets quarterbacks just sitting on the sideline, looking like the defense. Like, I really should have threw that pick. That would literally be happening.
I was wearing
the Packers hat.
I was wearing this hat during while I was working today from home. I was wearing this hat. I felt like my whole day got more difficult as I wore it. This is like a difficulty mode hat.
But the Packers won the draft, Manny. Let's not kid ourselves. We balanced our team. We balanced the team, and we will dominate the NFC North once again.
Then we get Veer versus, I believe his name was Bert Hansen, who managed to get an interview.
I've never met a black man named Bert in my life. Bert Hudson?
Bert Hansen or Bert Hudson.
I got Hudson.
I heard Hansen. I wrote Hansen, but it could have been Hudson.
Because the first thing that went through my head, I was like, why is this black man moonlighting with this white man's name? You know damn well your name ain't Bert. I ain't never met a black Bert.
Hold on, Marcus. I believe Bert works with Earl in the bottling factory.
Yeah, even if he was, he would be white. He would be white, Daddy. There is no such thing as a black Bert.
There is.
Name one.
I don't know. But Levi coming in hot. Bert from Sesame Street was black. I don't know. He could have been Asian.
Who knows? Who knows? No, Bert is with Ernie. Bert is with Ernie. They're the roommates.
I can't remember his voice.
He's like,
Robert,
it's a high pitch that I smoke. His voice is very high pitched, and I smoke. And he has Anthony Davis eyebrows.
Bert's orange, not yellow. Ernie's no.
Ernie's the orange one.
Oh yeah, Bert's yellow.
Yeah, Bert's white. Bert's white, and you can see it in his conservative eyes. Bert's white. This is why I wish we had someone producing the show and they could bring up the image of Bert and Ernie and we can judge their race. But I'm going to say Ernie, possibly black, possibly mixed with a lot of stuff. He is the color of orange, or he has a wicked tan. And Ernie is white. He's just white. I don't know. I've always associated him as white. I associate them guys as ending racism right there. As a young man seeing a white man and a black man live together without any dispute. I was like, oh, this is good.
Bert is yellow, banana head. Ernie is orange, and orange. I tell you what, Ernie is Taz.
He's literally Taz. Taz based his whole life on
continue with the Raw Report instead of talking about Sesame Street. But Ernie's been hanging around with the...
Before we stop talking about Sesame Street, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
You're not forcing me to sing.
I
learned yesterday that Filipinos are genetically predisposed to sing for people and I dislike it. I thought I had a talent. No.
No.
Genetic.
Manny walked into a place and was like, yeah, I sing that. And then realized he was being a stereotype here. Gawked at by everybody in the room. Look at him sing. Look at him.
I can't even look at my own microphone for this show properly anymore.
The racially stereotype this show is that it would be me eating fried chicken and Manny singing at the same time. Just be like, this show's racist. Yep. And then Ross and Rasta. What is going on this show?
Oh, yeah. And then Veer kills Bert Hanson.
You did this. You people, I want to remind the world, you guys asked for this man to come. He's been a menace to society. That man, Bert, is going to have to go work at Steamies for the rest of his life, but probably in a wheelchair after what Veer did to him. Jesus. Beautiful hair, but a terrible soul, that Veer.
He looks good in clothes, too, when he's not in his wrestling gear. This man is stunting all over Twitter.
This man is probably, honestly, he should go with dapper. I don't know what the term would be. A refined gentleman who goes for the refining things, like with his hair and his outfits. I think he can do Seth Rollins giving Baby Bears and Seth Rollins.
I'm telling you now, if you threw him in what I've been watching recently, Bridgerton, where they've modernized English culture. Because they didn't involve colors in olden English times.
Oh.
We all know this. There was no distinguished black and Asian people. Yet there are in Bridgerton.
Let it go. It's like Hamilton. Wait a minute. Thomas Jefferson was black?
Yeah, exactly. You throw Veer in there, the way he's dressed on Instagram and Twitter and stuff like that, he'd fit right in.
Yeah. He's thirst strapping out there in suits. Design and quality of life. Shout out to the Veer. Is he the best currently attacking the Indian market, Veer? Or do you have Sangha or Saddam Singh or Jinder or even the Great Khali? Is he still number one?
I think Veer, because he seems to have the WWE train or rocket strapped to him at the moment to get him over.
He's doing a good Rusev impersonation. Like, that's what's going on here.
But like
currently, Miro.
At some point, we're going to have to hear him speak, because those promos of when he was coming was not enough. So at some point, he's going to have something proper to do.
Oh shit! I never even thought about Veer speaking. What would that be like? A Veer promo.
So interestingly, I know we're going off topic, but one of the ideas pitched to Bivens before he left was to manage Omos, before MVP was going to manage Omos.
Oh,
but maybe they bring up they should have pitched Bivens and Veer and then pitched it to the moon. He may have stayed. Not that if he didn't want to stay, all credit to him for taking his ball and doing whatever he needs to do. But like, I think Malcolm Bivens could have done more with Veer. Like, when the Indashir boys, but I think he could have done more with Veer on the main roster with what they're currently doing with him now.
Well, I didn't really like him with Indashir. I just feel like it didn't match.
It didn't match, but like it's kind of like you could have had Bivens be like his Armando to Umaga.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that would have been. I wouldn't mind that combination of Bivens and now, but you know what? We get Stokey back with all this.
Yeah,
showing up on Dynamite.
Yeah, and I think they need to get rid of Mark Sterling and then put him with Jade.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Even
before you finish that sentence, that was the first I thought.
Miz TV with the guest of Mustafa Ali. All the things went wrong. Apparently, in this, it's clearly a setup. Clearly a setup.
Manny, how long would it have taken you to realize he was being set up?
The moment I came out. The moment I saw him. The moment I saw on a piece of paper, I was like, I'm on a segment with The Miz. I was like, okay.
I feel like it took Mustafa Ali too long to figure out this is a setup that he was only going to be ripped. Music cut off, the mic cut off, and then he was like, being set up here.
And then Miz asked if Ali was worried if the WWE he only came back because the WWE universe forgot about him during his hiatus, which was harsh. and then he begs Mustafa Ali not to complain about all the things that went wrong on Twitter.
Yes.
Ali did say that the WWE universe is the only ones that matter.
Manny's like, I could go better with the Thunderdome. Show me loops of the same guys over and over.
I'm gonna mention something later where clearly the Thunderdome, but Theory comes out and says he spoke to Vince McMahon. He's got Mrs. Loss from last week removed from the record books.
I don't. I just don't feel like the record books exist. I feel like when someone goes through the business records at the end of the day, they're gonna be like, "Wasn't there a match with him and Mustafa Ali on this day? It's not here. It's not here. It's been stricken from the books."
I want to imagine that it's just someone with those school books that you write, notebooks that you write in every week, and then it's just scrubbed out.
Yeah. I don't think this exists, but I'm pretty sure. But I would think that it should exist. There's somebody back there keeping notes and stats of wins and losses back there. I don't think there is, but I would think there's somewhere in wrestling, in the WWE per se, because AEW, have their rankings and all that. Someone in the WWE actually has to keep track of people wins and losses. Somewhere. It was like, yes, there. Like, someone had to come up with the natty amount. So I think there's somebody's job to be like, so is this a shoot or is it not? Do we not just delete this out the books? Should I remove this from the network? Or what?
The WWE ones are so inflated because of all the touring they do.
Yeah.
And then we get a Mustafa Ali championship contenders match in a handicap match against Miz and Theory. And you know what, Marcus? This was stupid, but the match itself wasn't actually that bad.
No. I like it, and I'm gonna say this. I like the pairing of Miz and Theory. I feel like it's perfect. It's perfect, and it's something about Theory hanging out with people from Cleveland that really works. But it's like just the ego and that Miz is this fake movie star, and Theory wants to be the next rising star. It would be a good apprenticeship to work with him. I just feel like that works.
Yeah.
Instead of Vince, we can move past Vince and go to the Miz.
Yeah, I think this is what it is. I think we're going to see less of Vince on TV, and it may be just Theory referencing Vince like he did to I spoke to Vince. I think that's more what it's going to be.
Yeah.
But you know what basically this is going to lead to. Daddy's girl needs to be with Theory.
Oh my God. I would love a group of Miz, Theories, Tiffany Stratton, and Waller. That team is that would be the most obnoxious faction in the history of wrestling. You want to talk about they just need to be booed? It will be all of them. All of them. All of this. All of this. This is just wrong. You guys are bad people.
I can't explain what was going on with that 24/7 title, but it happened, and then Dana wants a divorce from Reggie.
Manny, I'm getting what I want. I wanted this, and I didn't know because last week or somewhere on the show I clamored that I was like Johnny Depp had blanking out her name Amber Heard stealing wrestling's ridiculousness. They're stealing it. And the WWE needs to capitalize this, or AEW. And finally, we're going to get it in this divorce episode of Raw next week. Because it's not going to take a long time. They got the sketch planned up. And they probably shot it already. That's why everybody was in suits and stuff. But
the more important thing coming out of this was I think the real Nikki Cross is coming back because Doudrop visited her backstage and said, "You done? You done playing around?"
Oh wow, a present Doudrop. Yeah.
Well, it's man.
I think I'm done.
You gonna take things more seriously?
Okay, so Manny, here's my crockpot theory. We got a female faction growing.
The Scots.
No. There's 2 Scots in it, but they're not gonna be a Scottish faction. They're gonna be led by Alexa Bliss. If you looked at her hand, she had the Alexa Bliss claw fingers. She had them. She had them on her fingers. That might be going on. Alexa Bliss, as they say, it's Scots. It looks like that could be the call in. I saw the hand finger. I saw the finger thing. And I was like,
I may need to go back and rewatch that. Becky Lynch cuts an incredible promo backstage. I love the delusional stuff that she's taken from Seth's character and added it to hers.
Yeah,
because it seems so more funny that she's complaining about stuff more.
Well, it seems like Seth has transitioned back to jolly cocaine phase, and Becky is on paranoid, okay? Paranoid delusional cocaine, because she's literally shaking and she's talking now. It's like I don't know what to do with it. I literally handed that woman my title, and she lost it in like a week.
And then we get Seth freaking Rollins appreciation night. So the fans are singing his song, and then suddenly the spotlight comes out and they chant for Cody. And he gets furious. The instant turn. Speaking of that man you speak of.
Yeah. I feel like it was either WWE well done of playing the crowd or the crowd just being organically thrown into the show and incorporated by Rollins. Anyway, it worked for me. I was like, this is good. This is good.
And then it gets a bit not I wouldn't say controversial, but I'd be like, oh, I would have went there.
Spicy. It got spicy.
Yeah, it got spicy. So instead of a highlight package he was hoping to get of his career, he gets the pyro show of Cody Rhodes, which I feel like would have been a better show anyway.
Yeah, Manny, were you not looking forward to the highlight package? I was looking for a well done package for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, I thought something good was about to happen.
See him through the years.
So I was thinking about another thumbnail that was potentially going to be it. It was Cody looking like Goldberg. Look at this.
That is a beautiful image.
Look at that. It looks like gold. Like it looks like I wanted Stardust to happen, but I got Goldberg instead.
Yeah. Well, it looks like I'm dead. And I'm trying to see. Is God coming? Is that God? Cody? Yeah. I decided to take this look on when I was watching Cody on AEW. What? God? Why? Fuck you.
So Cody calls him delusional.
Yep.
But then Seth gets angry and calls Dusty and Cody delusional and tells Cody that his dad wasn't even good enough to be WWE champion.
Oh.
Which led to the brawl and the Cody car.
And then Cody threw the jacket, the sports coat, into the stairs, which, you know what? If I had those seats and I got that coat, I'd be like, this was a good show, no matter what. This is a good moment for me. I couldn't stop wearing that coat. Every time I go to the event, I have to wear it.
I wouldn't wear it.
Oh, God, you're saying it for AJ Francis, aren't you? You're
Yes,
saving it for AJ.
Yes, I am. Who posted a very disturbing photo this week on Instagram.
Oh. But I can imagine AJ Francis and you go into his house and you're doing a high bargain with this coat. This is from the back. This is when he was on the Raw in the segment. There's a lot of those Seth suits he keeps personally, but he doesn't have this coat anymore. And this is the only thing that can complete the set. And I'll give you $5,000 for it. I can't do it. It means so much to me.
Marcus, thing is, it wouldn't be him looking for this jacket. It would be me going to his house trying to sell it.
Hey man, I don't work there anymore. No, take the jacket. Give me $5,000 for it. I don't have. Give me $2,000 for it. This jacket from Spain. I told my wife this would be a good investment. I bought a whole shelf and a cabinet. Just blew money down the drain. Have a whole Seth Rollins collection. Come on, take it, AJ Francis. This is a TV show, man. We really don't do this.
And then we go to a man that doesn't understand when things are done. Cedric is now lurking around MVP and Omos. Still harping on about this hurt business.
Business. This is business. I did business, but why? Why, MVP? Why? I did business. No, I kill you. Business.
That's basically what happened to Cedric.
Yeah,
so Cedric books himself into a Bobby Lashley match. And we get this commentary from MVP. It's basically more distracting than anything. And then but like anything Cedric did to Bobby looked like it didn't hurt Bobby.
I was gonna lie and say Cedric pushed Bobby to the limit, but he didn't.
He didn't. This would be like Bob, you fighting Bobby Lashley in essentially a pillow fight.
This is this kind of thing Bobby Lashley wakes up to. People coming to try to attack him. He just throws them one way to the other way. Where the fuck's my keys? I gotta go to work. Jesus.
No, this is when Miles was a kid and he used to play fight with his dad.
Miles got to be 20, right?
Yeah, Miles is like old now.
He's got to be 20 or something. He's got to be in a performance center. Put the rocket on Miles.
And then we get Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, Asuka versus Sonya Deville, Becky Lynch, and Rhea Ripley.
Sonya was stricken of all power in this match due to her current investigation of her not very discreet racism. So solid match, solid main event. You know,
Liv Morgan picks up the win for the team.
Yeah, good move for the Liv Morgans out there. The fans.
Where does this leave Sonya? Like literally, where does this leave Sonya? Because her beef is with Bianca. Like Bianca's like floating in whatever because I don't know if she's because it's all mixed in with that storyline of Sonya's trial.
Yeah, does Bianca even have a match at the pay-per-view?
No.
She currently doesn't, huh? Interesting.
No.
In fact, I can only name 2 matches on this goddamn show.
The 6-man?
It's the 6-man and then the I Quit match.
What I Quit match? Oh, the
Gee,
Charlotte and no, you've got AJ Styles and Edge.
Oh, yep. Oh,
Where
Cody
Priest
and Rollins.
Oh, we can't. Did we completely leave out that match? We did leave out that match.
You did. After talking about that man ass, we did not cover AJ and Priest for unification. One, I want to point out and say, Edge, I'm going to, the new theme song for the Judgment Day is fire. I love it. I love the intro. I love the beginning of it. I'm upset they don't have the mobile chair anymore, but it's still epic.
I asked the question, the promo where he was attacking the crowd. Does that fit their dark Judgment Day thing? It didn't fit. It didn't really fit.
Well, it was good heel work. I enjoyed it, but it's more their darkness is about it's anti the crowd. The people made him this way, right? Ryan, Betty, the people made Edge this way. They so. And they're passing judgment on him. How about he passed judgment on them? I thought it worked. I feel like it was an audible because they started wanting him and he really got pissed off.
Yeah, and then he accused AJ Styles of playing politics. The match itself was really good. I mean, we've seen it before, but like there was a bit more near falls in this one to make you a bit more like involved in it.
It was very dramatic because he has to be barred from ringside in the Edge's match, and he is barred from ringside, which means there is a third, and it's probably Ciampa who keeps attacking Mustafa each week.
No, I think it might be Finn. How cool would it be to be Finn?
Oh, it would be Finn, but then Finn started putting hands on him. When Finn starts like hitting them, I was really upset about it.
It could be all a ruse, Marcus. It could be all a ruse.
I wanted the rules too. I wanted Finn to come out there when he made the save, but I didn't want him to touch anybody. I didn't want no physical contact or nothing. And it looks like he makes the save, and they slide away. And then he's like, AJ, I'm gonna be in your corner at the thing. It's like, yeah, Finn's gonna be there to get his back. It's gonna be a fair fight, and then whack right in the back. Makes
AJ be trusting people too much. He trusted Nakamura at WrestleMania. He got kicked in the nuts.
Also, I'm not really a fan of bringing these guys back, but I know they are free agents currently. Gotta bring back Gallows and Anderson, man. You gotta bring them back. They gotta come back for this feud. Feud only.
Explain.
So I want them to turn on AJ Styles for getting him fired. It was you, AJ. Yeah, but that could be in their mind. That could be their characters. You left us for dead the Boneyard match and everything. You let us die and we were fired. And now we're doing it. Now Edge has showed us the way. And I would love for Edge to be with the Good Brothers who, would be with, they would be with Edge in Judgment Day. Yeah, and they'd be serviceable goons. They'd be serviceable goons.
They're goons, like but I don't think but they don't fit what they don't fit what Priest and Thing are doing.
They can fit. You can mold them into it. Gallows got tattoos. They can be darker. It'd be like the chance for the acolytes from the whatever the fuck black top hat Bradshaw, whatever the hell his name was Eagle Hawk Bradshaw. Or whatever he called himself and Farouk were doing. And I don't know. I feel like in the story-wise, it may work. Or if AJ and Finn are teaming together and they think Gallows and Anderson has their back, and then whack with the chair in the back of them. And it's like, oh, they joined Judgment Day. I feel like it could work. Only for that reason. That's the only reason that we should bring back the Cook Brothers. It's for that reason and that reason only. And then, they're probably going to get released 2 weeks later or something.
So that was Raw. I watched it in an hour, but
I don't even know how that's possible. It's a 3-hour show. Manny watched it in an hour. What did he watch? Everything. No way.
I watched everything. I actually watched everything. These are actual written notes that I did, so it's not like I stole them from Bleacher Report like I sometimes do. But yeah. It was a serviceable episode of.
I thought it was a good episode of Monday Night Raw, and I'm going to also say it was, the storylines all made sense in a way. The 24/7 stuff is what it is, but in its own universe, all that made sense. They pushed some of the characters. I'm just upset that we're not getting this unification match. Other than that, I thought it was a solid show.
So I'm gonna plug Raw is Retro.
By the way, no one's watching it. Not Raw's Retro. No, just Raw. Too much was happening with the NHL playoffs and the NBA playoffs and probably golf or something somewhere.
Yeah, and then we'll probably get another post of Raw's lowest ratings in 2,000 years.
Yeah, I'm expecting that today.
I think this month there's my greatest moment on Raw is Retro ever yet.
Oh yeah?
Bradshaw teaching Takamushinoku how to drive and smoke cigars.
There's something overtly racist and hilarious about this at the same time.
I mean, you want a good episode of Raw and go back to 1998 for that particular one. There's even a bit there just for you, Marcus.
Yes.
Stone Cold Steve Austin has just learned that Vince McMahon has stacked the deck against him. He's coming to there, and Kevin Kelly's waiting for him. Kevin Kelly's waiting for Fenner's Arena to interview him to let him know.
Yes.
Austin gets so pissed off with Kevin Kelly, he tells him to leave, and he takes the cameraman, and the microphone. And this is when this is olden times where the raw mic is actually attached to the camera, and he's demanding the cameraman to give me some slack. Give me some slack, damn it.
Give me some slack.
This is why you need to be a part of what we're doing on Raw is Retro, because we get to relive some of the nonsense that happened on Raw from 1998. The beginning of the Attitude Era, where we get to enjoy all this, but then realize most of this is nonsense.
Yes. Levi posed the question: who's better, Michael Cole or Kevin Kelly?
Michael
Cole, baby.
Michael Cole with I put my house on the line. Michael Cole.
I think even in the IWC, maybe Michael Cole may edge out Kevin Kelly.
The only person that rates Kevin Kelly is Jamal that I know.
Can't stand Kevin Kelly. He's the worst. He's been the worst his whole life. He's the worst. Which version of Jim Ross?
And while we're at it, tomorrow, you're doing ETE with Jamal. What are you covering on ETE?
Oh man, AAA Mania, New Japan, everything that's been going on. There's a lot. Juice Robinson joined the Bullet Club.
So is he re-signed with New Japan then? Because there was a whole thing that he was going to become a free agent.
Yeah, it was a ruse. It was a clever trick to, really clever, I guess. But yeah, it's so much covered. Tay Conti and Sammy Guevara won these mixed tag team titles, which I didn't know existed until they won them.
Levi's asked me, what are your thoughts on Ryan Shamrock? She was Ken's sister. She was the first, that instant was the first time I realized how wrestling worked. Like, I knew it was scripted and everything, but there was a really obvious thing where I saw Ken Shamrock tell Ryan Shamrock to, and you could see it on the camera and hear it, slap me. I was like, oh, this is how wrestling works. Bear in mind, I'm like 14 at that point.
Yeah, I like to think that Ryan Shamrock ruined wrestling for Manny forever.
No,
why did you slap it?
No, every person, normally one of your uncles, to see you watching wrestling, you know it's fake, right? Oh,
yeah, I know. We know. yeah, I know it's fake.
But the fun thing about the ETE show, which I believe they haven't had an episode like it yet, but when there is actually nothing to talk about what's going on, there will be a why do we care about this? Why should I care about this segment? For those that don't actually watch everything, Because
I think
as I said on Roy's Retro, and no, you won't see that for like 3 weeks, so I'm going to say it today. The thing with Jamal is because he is the encyclopedia.
yes.
And Marcus will tell you a few people that to keep an eye on. Jamal is probably the guy that tell you to keep an eye on this person.
Yeah, he's
like,
better. He's better.
Yeah, when this particular person shows up on your AEW show or your WWE show or NXT or whatever, and you have no fucking clue who this person is because they've got a wrestling background, that whatever he's going to tell you is going to be Jamal would have told you, and you will know why.
I think we need to do our own edition on this show of Wrestling Court, and it should just be Manny. And it should be Jamal. And Manny's like, why should I care about this guy? And then Jamal goes over all this. And then at the end of the day, Manny goes, do you still care, man? Do you care now, Manny?
No.
Nope, still don't care.
There'll be that one episode. Marcus, there'll be that one episode where I'm very impressed.
Yeah, and you almost bid. He almost bids. Do you care about this person, Manny?
I guess
interesting. You know that match with No, I can't let it happen. I do not care. But yeah, one of these days we'll do one of those episodes. But we should also do a version of Wrestling Court of some kind. It's Swerve Scott and Remove the Worst. They're on trial for being wrestlers.
Our first case is clearly Eric the Bigot versus Ross. The Big Ross man.
Countless evidence.
Racism. It's been going on for years.
How many Raw retros have there been? 30 or so? How many have Eric appeared on? 0?
One.
Bang.
One. He was on the Royal. Actually, technically, that isn't an episode of Roy's Retro because that was a Royal Rumble watch along.
Which one is this one? Oh,
that's
Tom
when
Brady.
when we reviewed the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, Tom Brady.
So that doesn't technically count. That is Rumble is retro.
You don't do house shows, Manny. You don't do house shows. He's like Roman. I work once a week, and if I show up on another show, it's gonna be for the beginning, and I'm out. You see him in the chat.
Levi said, "I bet Jamal has never seen the apartment death match. Jamal's the Wikipedia of the Sharpie Nation. I am the Britannica." What the fuck is Britannica?
That's the CD encyclopedia.
No, that's in Carter.
Oh, maybe we got different breads.
In Carter was
Wait,
the
you guys don't have
one.
Britannica? I always assumed Britannica was had something to do with Britain. You guys don't have that? Holy shit. Manny, you need to get up on game. You need to get up
Levi
on game.
said, I want to take Montez Red Cup to court. He accused me of ruining WrestleMania. I mean, Levi, you tried to ruin it for me too, which is why I put up the poll question: should you be muted?
You went hard on that WrestleMania. You went hard. But
Yeah,
our double or nothing
it was unnecessary. It was really
we're gonna
unnecessary.
go for our double
Don't
or
ruin the
nothing.
fun of other people.
We're gonna ruin double or nothing for you, Manny. Even though it's gonna be a live watch along, so we're gonna be live in the event.
How can you ruin that for me?
Not for you.
Explain to me how you're gonna ruin that for me.
I'm gonna ruin it for no. We're gonna get payback and ruin it for Levi. That's our show. We're just gonna shit on AEW for 3 hours or whatever it is. How long WrestleMania was, but I'm expecting a long day at Double or Nothing because I expect that pay-per-view to be double. It's gonna be
5 hours. It's gonna be 5 hours.
It's gonna be like 5 or 6 hours, and the crowd's and we're gonna be dead. The crowd's gonna die. They're gonna kill that crowd.
It's actually an hour. Their pre-show is actually a full hour of wrestling, so you probably got 3 matches on that already.
I may miss one of those matches, it'd be fine.
And then you probably get 8 to 9 match card.
Yeah, it's they go long.
With most of those matches being long.
But William Yuta will not be in on Double or Nothing.
Why is he injured?
He's going to be in the New Japan Cup instead, which is Super Battle of Super Junior. Sorry, but he's going to do that.
That makes you happy, no?
What? No, I gotta watch him in the Battle of Super Juniors. It's ETE, but
yeah, at least you might see him in person.
Yeah, but Yes, but also shows that what direction are we going with the Blackpool Fight Club or Combat Club if they're not in? Is it just going to be a regular tag match or are they even on the show? Because I don't see a direction they can go in. Unless they're fighting the House of Black in some makeshift story that's going to take 3 weeks to build, but they're busy fighting Death Triangle.
They've got 4 weeks to figure it out.
And I don't think they have a fucking clue what they're going to do with them. And I couldn't imagine Jon Moxley and Bryan Danielson not being on this show.
But like, no, the thing is for me, AEW do a terrible job of getting you to the pay-per-view, but they do always deliver on the pay-per-view.
Yeah. You go, it's like using a map. It's like using Apple Maps or, fucking Google no, it's Maps. Like using Waze. It's like using Waze.
I've never used Waze. But that's more for driving. I don't drive.
Waze is just a W upside and it puts you in a maze to get to wherever you need to go. Yes, you got there faster and everything, but you go through so many turns and tricks. You got to ask somebody on the street, talk to this guy. He'll put you in a way. And I was like, this is stupid. This is insane. Waze is insane, but you do get to your destination and you're happy about it, but you do not like the trip you took. And that's how I feel like we get to the AEW pay-per-views. Go through all these zigs and zags. It's like, if I just went my way, my normal route, I feel like I would have had a better time in this drive. Instead, I'm looking over my shoulder and shit. I'm like, turn left in this alley.
But the problem with the AEW pay-per-view is it does take me 2 days to watch it because it's so long that I need to personally take a break. This is why I would never watch it live because it's so long I would get tired out. Just like how when WrestleMania was one day, one night, and it was so long at that point, it got to be in about 4 to maybe 5 hours, 5 to 6 hours at that point when it was on one night. I was like, I can't do this anymore, man. It's too long.
I don't see what's the benefit in doing a long pay-per-view. As a shady promoter, I would be. I don't see the benefit.
I mean,
I get to save money for the pay-per-view buys. I get to save ticket buys, and I get people more energetic and hyped. I'd be short. I'd do shorter.
If I'm a shady promoter, I don't know if I would do such a long show unless you took like a intermission and then made a killing on like food, concessions, and everything. Because for me it doesn't make because you're gonna get bored at one point. Like
there's only so many times I could go to. Oh, he kicked out of his signature. I knew that was coming. They kicked out. Everybody else kicked out. Everybody moved. Oh, Canadian Destroyer, I seen that. Oh, Table Spot, seen that. And I'm not just talking about AEW. I'm talking about WWE long ass pay-per-views too. I want to cut WrestleMania by an hour on each day.
Yeah, but I think it's weird, like what playing GM mode on the game because they are right. If you have a match that outshines your main event, you're not even going to care about that main event, really. Like, you're going to be too worn out for that main event. So, like, the pacing of both WWE and AEW need some work, recently, because there are like, those little show stealers where you tend to not care about anything else after it. It's like you need to dial it back and you have to heavily produce it. Like, you don't want to, but like I feel like in terms of like your crowd energy and your viewer energy, it's like you have to take them on a journey to the main event, which is supposed to be your biggest match.
Yeah, because then you're like, I'm kind of tired. This Hangman Adam Cole match. Phew, don't think I have anything left for it.
Well, I don't think the punk match is going to go that long. I think it maybe half an hour at most.
Yeah, I can see a half hour. You're right.
Because what can they really do? Because at the moment, it's probably just going to be a regular match, unless it's a Texas death match.
Texas death match with dog collars on it.
Vegas death match.
With a ladder and bombs.
Because there's going to be the Casino Battle Royale as well.
Oh, damn it! I forgot. I would love for this to be the one pay-per-view they don't do the Casino Battle Royale. So if the theme is Double or Nothing, which is pay-per-view, there's always a Casino Battle Royale pay-per-views. This is in Vegas. It seems like it makes sense. Nah, we're not doing it this year.
So Levi said that happened at Mania this year, man. I can't actually see it from the site from the actual thing. I'm having to look at it from the live chat on YouTube because it's somehow frozen for me.
Ha!
Yeah, so he said that happened at Mania this year, Manny. I agree with you with this. After Austin McMahon, I was burnt out. Are you referring to the second night when it happened, or are you Oh yeah, that was the second night, and then everything after. Yeah, then everything after that was a bit like, ugh.
Yeah, it's tiring. These shows, it's nothing you could do. It's just not like even when you watch movies in theaters, it's like 3 hours is too much. Even the Batman's demanding.
I can't rewatch the Batman. I've got it ready to watch, but I just like I'm tired at the moment that I could fall asleep again for it. I need to watch this movie when I'm awake.
Peak Manny, peak hours, and even then, 3 hours of this.
I need to watch that middle that I fell asleep in again. And I ain't ashamed to say it. I was tired.
So you didn't see the Green Lantern part, Manny?
Don't you dare sell me on that.
Green Lantern flies in there and it's like, Batman, I have evidence. Thank you. Away with you. That whole side quest off planet. Where he learns to become a man.
I want to rewatch Jon Stewart blow up a planet again.
You had to do it. Had to do it. Fuck it. Wasn't his fault.
Levi said wrestling fans like me are getting old. I can't stay up all night.
Yeah, and I think even the younger fans, it's just too long.
I can't do it. I can't do it. And like, the pay-per-view starts for me at 1 a.m. Just go on a watch along and watch the end and watch me. Watch me from the beginning and watch me at the end. Completely different people. Like especially the WrestleMania ones, when Marcus leaves me in the first one, you can just generally see the whole demeanor go. Start to die in the chair.
Yeah, and I we just need to. Everybody needs to chill. Everybody to calm the fuck down with these minutes, hours, and stuff. Hell, even our show, I would shave 30 minutes of the show out.
I mean, we could have been done about 20 minutes ago. We just kept talking.
Time. Yeah. So, I think this is a good cue. We're talking about things that go along for no real reason at all. And then we go long talking about that. I feel like we've exceeded expectations and we need to stop the show right there. Because immediately we jump the shark like the Foz.
Yeah, so like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Marcus will be back tomorrow with your ETE, where he covers everything. And I will be back with Marcus on Thursday as we cover Dynamite and NXT. Was it Summer Break-In? Spring Break-In.
Break in or break in? Like the...
Anyway, me and Marcus are out. We're going to start smoking cigars with Bradshaw. Peace.
Hey!